and we'll show you what our involvement can be, and then the school, you know, what their involvement be, what community
And I think that
involved.
would be a great idea, is to clearly lay out
Yep.
an agreement that defines exactly the responsibilities
Yep.
and the limitations that the
Right.
city
Yeah.
needs to recognize.
Right.
Because we cannot, I don't believe that we can just go, you know.
Yeah. We gotta be, we gotta be
know.
cautious, but I think there's a man right there that's been involved in these before, so I mean, he can help us through this process.
And that's great.
Understood, and thanks a lot for your input, Terry.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
But I think right now, we're just getting in for just a little bit, and we're still exploring options with this motion and this bit.
Great.
I am completely sympathetic to Vern's point of view on this, because what's nice about school district and community ed is those are community-based rather than simply the city. I think you understand where I'm coming from with this, right? Just instead of simply being a city, the community brings in the community and brings on that and spreads out that burden rather than just being here. But a lot of times that just seems to fall on the city, and I say we go forward.
And taking that, Your Honor, what I'll do is come back with an agreement. I'll come back with an agreement that clearly defines who's going to be responsible for what. Although it will only survive as long as the parties that sign on to it are going to remain.
Right.
This is, you know, it's no different than having a hockey association. They can disband and go away, and you're kind of left with the asset. But what I've envisioned is, as I explained it, we're going to purchase and the boards. We're going to put down that blacktop if we get competitive bids, and that should be the limit of our involvement. Maybe from the fire department, I don't know if they use the truck to flood last year.
Use hoses, yeah. Big fire hoses, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that would be a city involvement as well to some extent. But as far as taking care of the advertisement, the insurance, all those other things, the maintenance of the boards, that'll all be done by other parties. And the programming. We don't want to get into programming and who gets the ice and who does what. We'll let the community groups work that out. And I think that lessens our exposure.
I guess I am fully in favor of doing something like this. I do tend to lean a little bit towards where Vern is, and I would like to see something that draws some clear lines. Who's responsible? What is our exposure? That's my only holdback. So,
And that will be covered with what we're doing here tonight.
Correct. And certainly with chamber help too, a business plan there's enough businessmen around that a good business plan that would show the yearly or the annual income from advertising to help make sure that it does support itself.
Sure.
Or rental
contribute to
fees
it,
or
at the very
contribute,
least,
yeah.
All right, any more comment? I'm going to call the question. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? And the motion passes.